Sorry about that, okay? I honestly don't remember anything about what happened up to now, but I do get the feeling I caused you trouble. You don't remember, nothing at all. It's like I had a roll forced onto me, or something. But what it actually was, no clue whatsoever. Like being made to wear clothes that fit, but the color's not your thing. And they make you wear them anyway. Kinda like that, I guess, not sure. What about who you are? Oh, that I remember. Sorry, you went to the trouble of saving me, and I still haven't said hello. I'm the snake wife. Well, it's thus I'm so from wherever, and more like. I'm kind of a connection of the thing people call the snake mother in stories. Do you know what kind of story that is? I know it perfectly. Oh, you do? Maybe we met somewhere before. I'm the kind of snake who can't remember my own proper name, you see. A few nicknames came to mind, but none of them feel like my real name. So just call me whatever is the easiest for you. Then I'll call you Omi-san. Yeah, that does feel like one of the nicknames that fits. Thanks. Snakes are creatures you naturally find in flower fields, too. So I'm used to them, but... A snake biter, you say? I feel like I heard that story before. But what was it like again? In that case, if you allow the mrfluffey here like to. I'd like to explain a representative story about the snake wife, but... May I? Oh, that helped a lot. Talk about myself is, you know, pretty embarrassing. Thank you then. Time for the Dragon Story Hour. I did rush off and bring this out, but I'm sorry. This time I didn't have enough time to prepare properly, so the contents are basically just reuse. Ready-made material. So please think of it just sitting in the mood. By the way, I was surprised too when I searched my room because I thought I had one and the set really was there. Dragon. Sorry, this cover is reused too. It's difficult to draw a traditional distinction between dragon and snakes, but given the situation, it would have been best to prepare a snake story version. No, I don't mind. To tell the truth, the me right now might not be completely without a tiny bit of dragon in me. Like you thought she was a snake mother, but she was a dragon, that sort of vibe. I see. I'd like to hear more about that story in detail someday, but for now, I'd like to tell what is probably the most famous snake wife story. The story associated with the evening bell at Mi Temple. Once upon a time, near a place called MahdeenSky Temple in Chiga. Yeah, that was the story. You can really feel a mother's love for her child. Because she's a snake, she couldn't stay with them, but she worries about her child. And instead of milk, she gave them her eyes. It's good that a child grew up strong and healthy, straight and full of sunshine, but when I think about the snake mother, I can't help feeling a little lonely. Hey, is that so? In the end, the child grew up healthy, and they could check on that growth by the sound of the bell. I figured they managed to grasp the happiness they absolutely didn't want to slip away. So you don't need to make such a sad face. But that's true, I don't think my wife and I had children, but if someone told me they needed eyes to raise a child, I don't think I hesitate either. For someone wholehearted happiness, maybe there really isn't anything you can give. All I expected of the Arasaka old man. We get along great. If it's for the people and peace under heaven, I could offer up this body of mine, as such as needed. For those who decided what comes first, every sacrifice seems trivial. When you see it, it somehow sounds like the exact opposite of devotion. It bothers me that we have is her testimony, but fine. I understand that your existence with that kind of background. But that's a separate matter from our current situation. Why were you acting as an enemy? Why did you attack with those bizarre plans? Do you really remember nothing at all about just the present situation? Eri-chan. Everyone's in unconditional acceptance mode, and she's the one keeping her guard up. Maybe she's altered. She's serious enough to play the villain if she has to. Even if it's necessary role, dumping it all on one person, is that really okay? You're right. With a shady snake woman like me, you can't rule out the possibility I'm still an enemy, I get it. But that's the problem. If I don't remember there's nothing else I can say, so what can I do? She watching from a distance. Stare, peeking from behind cover. Well, I feel the presence of some tiny little ones. Hey, come on. You can see me? Not exactly see, but I can sense you. I'm a servant after all. And if I touch you with my hands, I can tell your shape. Clearly too, let's see. Well, aren't these just adorable little snakes with such a cute shape? Gee. And you are... My, oh my, your head and hands, everything about you is tiny and cute. There. The Tsuchinoki and Marashi seems unusually shy around people, but... looks like they are totally best buddies now. That nurturing aura, should I, as a goddess, be taking notes? Just a feeling, but since they are fragile, I think they are sensitive to malice. And yet they are that attached to her, so at the very least, she doesn't seem dangerous. It's why I understand, even weakened as I am, I can at least read the room. I'll accept her for now, but I won't completely drop my guard or concerns. Just don't forget that's my stance. I'm pretty much the same. Stay prepared for all kinds of possibility is part of my job too. By the way, there's one thing I've been wondering, so may I ask? Given how you treated those little ones, it may be something that's not even worth asking, but... right now you have no eyes. Both of them, yes. That's right. But like I said to them, it's not like I can't tell what's around me. Even so, it must be inconvenient in many ways. How troublesome. But speaking of eyes... yes, I was wondering too. Maybe it's related to that thing at night. That those are Ami-san's eyes. The size is clearly different, but if there has been some kind of magical conversion, then worrying about that is meaningless. I don't really know, but there was a plant that looked like a big eyeball. I'm sorry, but I don't know that either. Not at all. If we beat that thing. I wonder, as things stands, we can't clearly confirm or deny it. But the matching elements of eyes is certainly concerning. Honestly, the mysteries just keep piling up. To begin with, what are those plants? Is it some kind of phenomenon? Or is there a leader with will and intent who is controlling the plants? Why wasn't the snake wife, while she was glowing serpent, attacked by the plants? Instead, attacked alongside them. And why is there even eyeball-shaped plant that seems related? And then that child. A tiny resident unlike the Tsuchinoko, for some reasons, they possess the power to strengthen my support. We don't know anything about what the child really is, either. True, there are still so many things we don't understand. Even so, if the Tengen Sakura blooms safely, this place will be normalized. That I swear on the name of Goddess of Flowers. So I don't think what we need to do next is change. Make lots of flower fields. Use them as a defensive network, and at the same time emperor the Tengen Sakura. Until that cherry tree blooms, let's hang in there a little longer. You're right. But I guess that's all we can do. While making flower fields, lots of them. I'm not exactly good with soil, but I like to repay the favor of getting this form back. Let me help with whatever I can. Might not have eyes, but it's not like I can't tell what's around me. I can probably plant seeds at least. They might bloom, and I still won't know the colors though. Marashi helps too. I'll tell you the colors. Hello, L. Oh my, if you tell me the colors, then there's no problem, thanks. So something like that sounds good. There's no need to watch my expression. It's true that more hands for farm works is better. This may be repeating myself, but it's not about liking or disliking her. I'm just openly stating that as a risk management, I will view the snake wife with some distance. Given the situation, that's the obvious thing to do. I don't take it personally. If anything, it just makes me think you're a serious good kid. Yep, well, I'll help with the flowers. I'll make it my goal from here on out to earn your trust too. Cleaning the laundry, making lunches. If it's something I can do, I'll do anything. Actually, judging by your voice, you're pretty small too, aren't you? Come here, come here. I'm not going... Mrs. Underwood does not approve of having her head patted by someone. Really? I mean, it's nowhere for anyone to be spoiled by their mom, isn't it? It isn't. Gee? And you too, no need to come over here like you're trying to comfort me. Then you should just go get doted on by the snake mother instead of some goddess who only's got a little snake element to her. The type who unexpectedly cares about how attached her pets are. Omi-san can't see right now, can she? Hope we can get them back somehow. Ahem, anyway. As planned, our next objective is for everyone to handle creating the second flower field. I'm sorry, but we'll have to rely on all of you again for resource scattering too. Please, we're counting on you. Yeah, growth coming along is fine, but the blooming still's a little way off. As long as there's no problem, that's a relief. I'm not particularly knowledgeable about plants or trees, but I understand they're not something that grows overnight. For now, we may just have to avoid rushing, and steadily do what we can little by little. Like I said before, Tengen Sakura draws on the land's power in its singularity. It takes in the very quality of this place being fertile and gradually grows towards blooming. So aside from building a defensive net against attacks, we're also increasing the flowers fields as much as we can, as a sort of nourishment for this cherry tree. And once we're done checking on the Sakura, Hana-chan told us to gather over there. It's probably about the next floor flower field. Let's go. Yes, just as planned, I'll produce the seeds from here, and everyone has gathered the research needed to keep them growing stably. And you even tilled and prepared to plot for it like this. Now we're all set. That fresh earth smell. You can tell we've made ourselves a fine field. Yay. I helped with LA. That nickname again, well whatever. She did pull up the little weeds, yeah. Even if the main digging was done by us. We're servants, so my back shouldn't be aching, but somehow it feels all stiff and twingy. I know servants' backs can hurt too, you know. That's why I took breaks as I worked. Taking breaks is best if you throw out your back. Doing farm work, it's truly miserable. It's finding time to sow the seeds. But not so fast. Yeah, maybe he picked up some old-timey phrase while chatting with me. Maybe I just kind of rolls off the tongue, so I ended up saying it. So what happened? Yes, we actually discovered a problem. This area is just a little too dry to be an ideal flower field. Of course, the proper soil conditions are vary depending on what seeds we plant, but no matter what we do from here, starting from the current state is going to be a bit difficult. It's not impossible for me to force it with my power, but we really should conserve resources whenever we can. To be honest, I could feel something like that at the tip of my hoe too. So we still got another problem to solve. What do we do? Let's see, for example, we could make a reservoir nearby and make it so we can water the field whenever we need to. And sure, if we have some kind of route to supply water reliable every day, I think we can handle it. A reserve, I think we can build one. It's hard to say at present. If we had detailed terrain data for the surrounding area, we could estimate the difficulty, but nearest river or any water source was pretty far. Yeah, considering that it might be a pain. So you already have a grasp of the local terrain. Guess that's what having ranger's skills gets you. Would it be hard to run an irrigation channel out this way too? The distance is the distance, not something you can do overnight. Got any clever caster-like trick, old man? It's not impossible, but carrying it out would take manpower and labor and numerous resources. If we go too big, we'll be putting the cart before the horse. I'll appreciate, but with such a tiny hands, I'll accept the sentiment at least. Water, huh? If I get moving, I might think of something. I'm going to take a little walk. Something felt off about her. Sniff, 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 sniff. This way, no, that way, maybe. Might be tough, but it's still too early to give up. So anyway, come on out, you peeper. Sorry. It's fine, it's fine. You were curious what I was to, right? Well, like you probably guessed. I came to see if I could help with the water problem. Maybe find a water source we haven't found yet. That's why I'm searching. See, I might have said this before, but right now I've got also elements. The serpent mother, who was actually a dragon, makes into me. Dragons are typed to be around water, I figure, so I thought maybe my nose could do the trick. But I can't say I was confident I'd find anything, so I couldn't exactly pull off my chest and announce I was going to searching. I'll hope. Really, meh, I'm glad you believe in me. Then, can I give you a hug? I won't do anything really, just that, but I think I need to probably. Or if it's just that. Yeah, yes, score. Alright, stand right there, relax your body. Your eyes open or closed, either is fine, okay? Here we go. Inhale, this is something else. What is it? Oh no, I'm not doing anything, okay? It's just, well, if my child had grown to about your age, I guess this is what I had felt. You know, right? I couldn't be there to raise my child at my side. And besides, I feel strangely nostalgic, or like I've finally gotten to see you again. Maybe you and I had some kind of connection somewhere long ago. So that's why it's hitting me even harder, like I'm overwhelmed. So anyway, since we're at it, I want to try something kind of like playing pretend. If you don't mind, could you do your best and say something like, "Hang in there, Mom. Hang in there, Mom." Well, there it is. You said it gives me chills. I received the ultimate power, thanks. With that power, I'll find water source. No, sorry, that's lie. Lying's no good. So when I hugged you, just a tiny bit, okay? I took some of your mana. I just want the resource to improve the accuracy of my water source detection. Though, if you call it fooling around, you wouldn't be wrong. It's fine, I don't mind. I'll give you more mana with a temporary contract too. Really, yay, thanks. Alright, mine's clear, nose is clear. At this rate, I should find a water source in no time. So then, aren't you going to come out now? No need to look that worried. There's no way I'm going to gobble Yuki up. You sure about that? It looked like you were one step away in every sense. It just looked like something might happen, so I followed, that is all. Not like I was keeping an eye on you or anything, alright? In any case, we're using our master mana. Let's have you sniff to your heart's content. Leave it to me, let's see, this way. Yeah, I think it's probably around here. Not certain though. Wait a second, I'll check. And start digging the ground. Heave hole, heave hole. So what do you think? Just a second. I was definitely thinking I can smell it, but I don't know if anything will actually come out. No, it will. I can feel that this little one is saying so too. Dig here. Leave it to me, you all can rest. I'm sure my hole will be faster than the tree branch. Heave, ho, heave, ho. Looks like this one needs digging quite a bit deeper. It's a nuisance, but it can't be helped. Heave, ho. You two, or could it be? Are you trying to find a water source, like actually dig one up? Yeah, more or less. If there's nothing to see on the surface, then we've got to probe for water underground, right? Eh? Still, I didn't expect Gramps to jump in and help without me even seeing anything. It's fine, you saw it earlier, didn't you? This little one moved on its own and barked. This child guides us. I swing my hole. I'm sure something good will come out. I've been collecting data during our battles, and according to my analysis, Hanasaka the old man, or rather the act of digging, seems to carry a usual ability based on legend. Legend in the story, there's an episode like he dug where the dog indicated, and gold and silver treasure came out, right? Yes, as a servant, Hanasaka has assimilated that episode into skills and traits, and as a result, we can judge that possessed properly like can dig up something good, not limited to gold and silver treasure. We've seen it up close, so we get that he has that kind of ability, but can it really dig up water that precisely? Whether water counts as something good depends on the situation, doesn't it? I asked for help, but honestly I'm not exactly confident in my senses either. I might just be making him waste his time. Hehe, of course, I don't have any certainty either. To be frank, I think there is a good chance we'll come up empty. That's why I said you could rest. He can keep digging on his own. That's just the kind of person he is. You is for nothing. I figure you say that, Master. Success or failure, it's better we get an answer sooner rather than later. Alright, can you make a simple shovel out of whatever's around here? Yeah, I'll do it. Good grief, suppose I'll push this old body and do my best. Help whip him into shape. Alright then, maybe I'll have Hanako-chan get us a nice bendy plant stem. It was a figure of speech. Yeah, I know. I started this so I can't have Gramps digging while just stand there watching. Alright, let's just knock it out, everyone. If we dig and nothing comes out, then we apologize. And just look for the next spot, that's all. Why do you look so surprised? No, you're right. I always just look the ground alone whenever this child urges me to. Trying to dig up something good together with others, this is my first time. Having someone help me feels refreshed, or that sort of feeling. Haha, actually I've been thinking this for a while. Whenever there's trouble, you always try to answer with everything you have. But I think it's okay to rely on someone, sometimes too. Yeah. I'm not used to it, but you're right, that might be so.
着物にゴミがついちゃいました。はーい、パッパ。一体何百年。
Yeah, GG. So cool. I can't believe it. You really dug it up. Yes, it's true. Like, yep. The water quality is perfect. I think it's more than good enough to use for growing flowers. Whoa, good grief. Let me rest for a bit. Anyway, I'm glad that we got water, thanks to Omi-san. No, it's thank you. Oh, come on, don't be modest. It's thanks to your pup in your hole too, isn't it? All I did was narrow it down to the general area. You're the one who worked hard and actually made it all the way to the spring. Thanks a bunch. There. Honestly, I don't feel like I worked all that hard, though. Both of you can be credited. It works for me. But Hansaki, I do think you ought to take a bit more pride in yourself. Those who overcome hardship to gain something have the right to rejoice in it and be proud of being rewarded. Pride, huh? To be honest, I don't really get it. When someone relies on me, I want to answer them as best as I can. If it helps people, I want to do anything I can. I want to do good. That's all, really. Just that. So my own hardship comes second, and... I don't particularly feel any pride about being repaid for it either. Embrace it, that's a wonderful thing. But well, from where I stand, it feels like it's only half of that wonderful. Haha, don't mind it. Just the ramblings of an old man who lives a different kind of life. If you can't be happy for yourself, then I'll just have to praise you even more than usual instead. Doesn't matter if you're an old man. Me being here means I'm everyone's mom, more or less. You did great. Good kid. Well done. Want some literal head pats too. That'd be a bit embarrassing, so ask that kid to take my share instead. You're a shy one, huh? Can't be helped. Then I'll give them her share too. There. Gramps, yo Gramps. All me. Water came out, let's swim. GG. Ho, looks like only you two could actually swim there. And we got work to do too. Alright, this is no time to be flowing big lotus flowers for Rarashi-chan and others to stand on. Ahem, if we make good use of this water source, I think the second flower bed can be used without any problems. Now all that's left deciding what to plant. Just like the first flower bed, please feel free to decide. Who is that knows that? The greatest plants are born from the eye. The greatest plants that are nurtured by the eye. The greatest plants give off the stench of commodity, the uncanny and hideous ill-omened corpse, living in places of darkness. The greatest key plants for the snake of one single wish. Stretch out their stems, their vines, their branches, and leaves, they bloom strange flowers. That which grant riches, that which is entrusted with riches, is the greatest tree at the center of this world. Tengen Sakura. And that being that serves as the roots for those strange plants that aim for it. Watch as its young sprouts from a dim, faraway place of deep darkness, dreaming of the day to come. It continues to pray. Simply sincere, simply desperate, simply pure, simply innocent. Bloom, O cherry blossom, vividly like. I've heard the story. You're troubled about what to plant in the flower field, aren't you? Well, I guess so. Honestly, then why didn't you consult me? I'm the prima donna of water. I know beauty better than anyone and embody it with my whole being. Of course I can give advice about beautiful flowers. You think so? What does figure skating have to do with flowers? It does. You there getting all small and being quiet. And really, after performance, it's standard for big cleats to be thrown onto the rink. And this is how it is for figure skaters. In other words, you could say no one is more closely associated with flowers than we are. A face that given up because arguing is pointless. So what do you recommend? Let's see, a beautiful flower is already beautiful from its name alone, like me. So in other words, I think amaryllis would be best. Purple is nice, but this time maybe red would be better. The language of flowers is something like dazzling beauty. Isn't it the perfect selection for flowers fields? But it is trying to make it for me. I don't really feel any need to make it perfect for the prospect though. Good grief, red is vulgar and far too conspicuous. I can hardly call that a perfect, flawless proposal. Hazard, stop buzzing in. Nope. I have the right to make a suggestion too. Besides, it's my role to guide humans into becoming perfect and flawlessly correct beings so. Naturally, making humans create a perfect, flawless flowers field is also part of my role. Unlike a proper driven by selfish desire like yours, mine is so to speak public service. So then what I recommend is snowdrops. This whiteness evokes an image of purity, fairness, selflessness, and spotless innocence. In other words, it's perfect because it makes you think of a perfect AI, right? Every time you look at them, you're sure to feel yourself straighten up and resolve to be perfect daddy. I mean perfect human. Public service, my foot. Your feels just as drenched in selfishness. True enough. Haha, you ladies ought to be stop bickering. It'd be a waste to twist those cute faces up in anger. A smell suits beautiful flowers best. An unexpected person showed up. Oh, you think so? But truth to be told, I actually like flowers quite a bit. And not just as a metaphor for a beautiful woman. Of course I like that kind of flower too, but red flowers are good, white flowers are good, but if you can't choose between them, then I'll present a new option. How about purple violets? Napoleon violets. What's with you getting so excited all of a sudden? Yes, that Napoleon Love of Violets is an episode that probably has been passed down to later generations. There are stories that he gifted them every year to his wife, Josephine, and that he even had nicknames like Corporal Violet and Uncle Violet. And if it remained as a classic Napoleon episode, then it's only natural that I become Uncle Violet too, right? I just want to see those flower fields filled to the brim with purple violets. Violets. In other words, violet, huh? I know it's nothing more than a coincidence, but as a sister unit, this weird feeling of I absolutely don't want to lose is bubbling up inside me. On that point, I agree. Though to be fair, I feel the same way about you too. So in the end, what are you choosing? The beautiful star, the little kid AI, the smug glass lady. Smug glass lady? Which one's your favorite among the Sector 5? Say it clearly. You don't know the last one. That's not the point. I feel like some context I don't understand has spawned here. Of course, the choice is up to you, Master. There are plenty of beautiful flowers and plenty of good women, but the painful part is you can't go and take them all. Putting the Sector 5 aside, my stance hasn't changed. If you're just going to waste time agonizing, then make it clear, clean decision, roll some dice if you have to. That feels a little too forceful as a way to decide though. But I think all 3 candidates you've got right now can be grown perfectly fine in the second flower field. If anything, since we managed to secure water source nearby, this place feels like it has a bit of leeway. So don't hold back. Go ahead and choose what you want to plant. Violet got robbed here. Per way as far as I can see, it feels so good, like a storage space with no unnecessary data at all. Right, Master. Yeah, it really is beautiful. And to be honest, it's not just the looks that makes these snowdrops the perfect choice. Because of their whiteness, these stars are also treated as a symbol of hope, but apparently there are regions where they are seen as unlucky flowers instead. In other words, they're versatile enough to be used for both celebration and funerals. Hehe. How about this thoughtful touch from an all-purpose AI well-versed in human culture? Feels like that means they're hard to use for either though. I see, in other words, it can be both poison and medicine. The alkaloids extracted from the flower bulb are poisonous, but at the same time they're said to be effective for mental illness. Fascinating. Flowers and plants are, needless to say, the origins point of pharmacology. And medicine, what a shame. If I were there, I could run all sorts of experiments. Hey, don't just cut in whenever you feel like it. GG. Is that okay? I can't interfere with the movements of local animals. If they're not ruining the flower beds, then it's fine, isn't it? They might even get rid of the mice that glows on the flowers. Oh, thanks. You're gonna try not to knock the flowers over while you're here, okay? GT. Maybe it's the mother revive. Either the Tsuchinoko or wait to attach it to you. Huh? You there, You don't need to look at me like you're thinking, oops, should I cover for that? I'm not competing with anyone. Now then, the second flower field is finished safely, so this is the perfect yay we did timing. And I'd like to announce an even more yay surprise right here. Yay. What? Shouldn't you wait until you hear what it is? Yay. See, she's copying you, and she doesn't even know what's going on. Actually, I'm not the one who suggested it to Flora, so... So we were just getting excited first for the vibes, huh? So what's the surprise? This time we had a little surplus in the resource, and there was also a bit of extra space, so... I thought we might be able to make personal flower beds for everyone. Though it ended up being about 1 tatami mat per person, something like that. Huh, so you mean you want to prepare personal flower beds for the people helping out too? That's a very nice idea. Separately from Chaldea's flower bed field. Oh, so that means we can each grow whatever flowers we like there. Yes, that's exactly it. Oh, that is nice. So I can finally grow the flower I like, the one I proposed at the start and got properly rejected. Nice and proudly. So of course what I want is yellow. Let's see, I'll go with the classic sunflower. Sounds great. Understood. Director, is this really okay? If it's just a few sunflowers in a personal plot, I suppose we can overlook it probably. Everyone needs to let off a little steam after all. It's a nice offer, but I'll pass. Doting on some favorite flowers and nursing along. Well, you know, as a grown man, it's kind of embarrassing. I don't think that's something you need to worry about, but if you're concerned about people watching, I can place it a little farther from everyone else's plots, and it doesn't have to be just flowers that grow directly from the ground. A flowering tree would be fine too. A tree, huh? Well, even if it's not an ornamental flower, having you grow some poisonous herbs you can't get around here could be an option. I'll think about it a bit. Okay, it doesn't have to be right away at all. Me too, I mean, it's fine, or rather, this isn't really the time for that. I can't even help in combat as it is, so having room for this kind of play. Growing flowers can certainly be called a fun pastime. There's so much to learn, so much joy. In a way, it's the very history humanity has cultivated. Okay, I get it. Just stop getting so close. Flowers are funny scary. So it could be practice maybe. Now that you mention it, that's true, yeah. It's a fact that I don't have much experience growing flowers. If I think of it as an easygoing practice area that won't affect everyone else, then maybe it's not a bad thing. Then just pick something for me. No, it just sounds weird. Something underworldish. If you have anything like that, then that. Understood. Then. I was thinking so hard, my mind wandered off somewhere. How about red spider lilies? They're beautiful, but they're also called corpse flowers. And hell flowers. Those red ones, right? I might have seen them before. Then let's go with that. Got it. What would you like, Omi-san? Well, I'm allowed to. Of course, since we have the chance, please go ahead. Though for me, as I am now, even if I plant pretty flowers, I won't be able to see them the way you all do. Sorry, that was faultless. Flowers with a nice fragrance and things like that. There are lots of options. Don't be like that. Don't push such a gloomy voice. Flowers with a good scent. Now that's one way to go. But hey, let me think of it more. Yeah. Yes, of course, anytime is fine. Anytime. Flowers, cheer up. Yeah, thanks, Varishi-chan. I'm happy since we'll be able to plant new flowers, and I'm full of energy. Alright, first let's plant Zhangjiao sunflowers. Will you help me, Varishi-chan? Okay. Oh, whoa, same as always. Tonight, no, even more than usual. There's a whole swarm of them. Our formation is the one we discussed earlier, right? Yes, I think it's best if we're actually trying to stay somewhere safe, though. No way, no way. There's help. I get how you feel, but whatever this kid's support ability is or isn't, I can't afford to leave power that boosts my support just sitting idly. Even if it's like we're only half-baked, unless we're a set. Feels like there is more to them tonight than ever before. We can't be sure we'll hold them all back. There's a chance some slip past us and strike the rear guard, and a chance this flower field, our first defensive perimeter tonight, gets breached as well. We ought to keep those possibilities in mind at least. It'll be fine. This time I'll be back there with the rear guard ready. Call me the kid's escort, I guess. Even if I can't see, I can manage that much. I'm not Chow, you know. Yeah, right. You're a sorcerer. Anyway, leaves this kid to me. Even if they get through this flower field, there are other flower fields before the Tengen cherry blossom. And the fine sensitive lion's flowers we made around the cherry tree is still healthy and strong too. I don't think I'll turn Beta right away. Either way, all we can do is give it everything we got here. Right? It really is over there. Yeah, behind the bizarre plant horde, I can confirm that eyeball weed or something like it. It's watching from a little distance away, so it really is the commander or something like a general. Huh, so that's the rumored eyeball weed, huh? I see, I see. Do you sense anything? Who can say? Maybe it'd be different if I got a bit closer, but right now I can't tell. Either way, dealing with the bizarre plant swarm is top priority right now. Given our position, we probably can't do anything about it at the moment. We'll think about that eyeball after, got it? Enemy bizarre plant horde. Ascend your engagement range. There are many, but please commence interception. A daily reset. Good grief, I'm beat. So what's the overall situation right now? You could say we're stalled and can't push forward, or you could say we're somehow holding them back. Either works. It's fine, the fact that we haven't collapsed means we have room to spare. If morning comes like this, it's our victory. Room to spare, huh? Omi-san. What's up? One moment then, you should take a quick break while you can. I brought canteen, so have a drink of water. You want to see the faces of the children, the flowers, Hana-chan, and others planted, don't you? What is this all of a sudden? Well, if I'm being honest, of course I want to. Yeah, then, I still think this is what I want to do. We got more people now, so our defense should hold up. So I'm going to head a little farther forward. Forward? Hey, wait a second. Gramps? What are you doing? Hanasaki just charged into the midst of the bizarre plants. He's swaying solo and still pushing forward. Hey old man, there's a limit how reckless you can be. He's moving without hesitation. At this point, there's no way we can stop him. At least give him support everything we got. Seems that our only option will make sure the old man doesn't get crushed by sheer numbers.
春爛漫なる夢桜口からも出せるみたいだねえお前は大判小判がザックザク
Huh? It's not broken.
いいさ分かったよだねお前新しい色が連れていた色とゲル形式だけどここに何かあるのかいおお分かったよいいよジジが愛しき灰に握り共に宝珠はこの一芸枯れ木に花を咲かせましょう春爛漫なる夢桜心配はいらないよ何もね
Phew, huh, you were very strong, but does that mean we did it? Are you right? I'm fine, but I'm fine, just a little bit tired, that's all. You don't really look fine at all, so... Or actually, can't you heal his wound? I can't. Then fine, help me. I'll send mana the same way Master does. Oh, okay, that I can do. So that eyeball was the command center, huh? I was wondering how this would turn out, but... Once it's gone, the output plans slow down, so we could clean them up in one go. Glad that worked out. It's done as close, too, so I think we're okay for today. What about that eyeball weed? It's gone, but it seems it dropped something at the end. Let's check it out. More importantly, you should be concerned about something else. Something else. Hey, that's not okay, you know, going off on your own. Charging ahead by yourself out of nowhere, you scare me. It's unbelievably dangerous, and you cause trouble for everyone, honestly. Don't go making people worry when you don't have to. Yeah, sorry. It's getting chewed out pretty seriously. I know you did for me. And I'm really grateful for that, I'm happy. But you got to look after yourself too. No matter how kind it is, if you do it by sacrificing yourself. There are times when the one receiving it ends up in line, you know. Not that I'm one to talk after handing an eyeball over to a kid, but still. I'm me after all. It was the only thing I could think to do. Yeah, it's true, I didn't think it through, and I didn't have the words. Sorry for worrying you. When someone else scolds him with that much intensity first, it's strange. Suddenly I feel like, fine, whatever, good grief. So Zhang Xiao, did you find something? It seems this came out of the outbreak we defeated. A tiny mode of light. A lump of magical energy, that's what I like to call it. But it's not quite that. It's something that's been solidified and sealed, like a compressed box, like a key to a door leading to a formless spring. Could that perhaps be a seed? It's just feeling low. Now that you mention it, yes. One could describe his concept of a seed. A seed, huh? Think it will do something if we plant it in a field. I can't say for sure, but I think it's worth trying. Come to think of it, I left what to plant in my personal thoughts inside it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Let's plant it. If it brings my eye back, that is fantastic, and if it doesn't, we lose not. What's his presence? Ask Sailor. Cheat. I can't see it, but what is this thing? Ash, hurry up and analyze it. No kid, it won't show up on a quick scan. I didn't know. You struggle in vain, you who were born cold. It spoke. Scary. You lot hide. So you finally show yourself. Well, I can't exactly see you, but still. You're the boss of these weird plants. Maybe wear some strange skin and go on rampage, and you still the eyeball meant for that kid too. Okay. Answering with a snort is worse. I'll take that as a yes. Why are you doing this? What are you aiming for? Isn't it obvious? Desire what one wants. Purpose, yes, a wish. To grant my wish. Well, in a sense, that's about what I expected. That wish. That's right, that's the real problem. Seeing eyes of the powerful serpents, or devouring small snakes living in this land and ripping on. Using those abnormal plants. You're trying to impose some intent upon that heaven wish cherry tree blossom. You're trying to twist that cherry tree into a form other than what nature intended. I understand, at least that much do you, gods of flowers. Perhaps no, not only people, gods and yokai as well. No matter what one is, I believe anyone may hold a flower-like wish in their heart. If you wish to have it granted, it is your desires, then as a goddess I will hear you out. When that cherry blossom tree blooms properly, then depending on the wish, there may be even a chance to grant it a similar result. So, that will be no. Which is why I do this. That cherry tree, I will make it blue. For my wish in a form that can grant my wish. Therefore, do not interfere. If you will just let that happen, you can't trade it for the tops of the world. What do I care? What do I care? Until they finally coil themselves around the cherry tree, the dark roots will crawl across the earth without ever giving up. So long as they have power to do so. So that's why you eat the tsuchino. And I'll protect them, keep protecting them, the ones who rely on me. That's right, these kids aren't going to become food for your weird plants. Or some weirdo like you, or some weirder plant. Even if the field servants are gone, as long as there are eyes, it matters little. Another eyeball weed. Come to think of it, that's only natural. Creatures have two eyes after all. The roots will not stop. The roots connect the roots. Do not hinder me, you cool ones. It's gone, I think. Maybe because morning's come. From start to finish, it was an exclusive presence. It didn't feel like an ordinary opponent, but it may be for the best that we were able to speak with it still. We don't know the reason. What kind of wish could it be holding? How scary. Go home. Chi. Well, either way, it's perfect we made it through tonight's attack. We got something thanks to old man Hayasaki Reckless Heroics too. For now, how about we head back and see what we're going out of it. Let's pull back for today. So all I have to do is drop the seed here. Yes, since it's something like a form of seed, it should take root faster than what you usually plant. And its flower form, rather than being decided in advance. I think it will become the shape it ought to be. Well, I don't really get it, but whatever, Pope. Now plant it into soil and coax it to sprout. Judging by the feel of it, it'll probably grow on its own, but nervous. Don't get your hopes up. It might not be a flower, you know. Could be a nice tasty daikon. Well, if it is, I'll make some simmer dishes and all that. Even daikon blooms with pretty flowers, like rich seed blossoms, you know? If you ever get a chance to see Oh my, a bitter flower has bloomed. A yellow flower, one to my liking. This is a cornflower, known as Janome so. Janome, snake eye, huh? Heh, that might be the perfect flower for me. Well done, for some reason I feel like I can see. Even though we just planted it. It's open so splendid with a pattern like it's staring straight ahead. Oh, that flower is glowing or something. Omi-san. Well, I felt something like it's coming back, and then it was just went into this on its own. Looks like this seed, or rather, this flower really was my eyeball turned into something else, huh? Ah, thank goodness. Thank goodness I didn't have any certainty. If I act on my own, gotten scolded on top of that being wrong, well, I have been in a bit of trouble. If the same thing happens again, I'll probably scold you again, but that aside. This really must have been set in motion by your reckless step forward, thanks truly. Chi. Amazing. Can you see Omi-san? Can you see? Yeah, I can see, really. I can see. So you really were a tiny little snake and teeny warishi, weren't you? If I could see you even before, but after all, being able to look at your face with my real eyes is a wonderful feeling. Dig, there we go. Oh, found an enemy in field glowstone. Carry it. Carried it, am I good? Yes, you are. Thanks. Bifu. Chi. Oh, you're loosening up the soil for me. Thanks for that too. It's dangerous, so don't stay right under the shovel, okay? Chi. You've gotten even closer. Something like a tiny snake and something like a tiny child. If she is, as you say, they're snake mothers, then of course they could get along well. Yeah, by the way, old Hasaki, your body's okay now. Ah yes, everyone treated me, and thanks to that. There was blood, but fortunately it wasn't like anything vital inside was broken. Please don't push yourself again. You're right. So, how's it? Not only does Tsuchinoko, even the Rashi got taken too. Aren't you feeling lonely or anything? Huh? As if that would ever happen. Let me say it again. The mistress of the cold underworld doesn't take joy in having things get attached to her. It's not like we were together all day, every day to begin with. I was only nearby because I was helping with support during battles. Sure, it wasn't all the time, but I do feel like they started pestering you more often than they did to us, even outside of that. Probably because I was the smallest, so they were looking down on me. Honestly, even though this height is only temporary. If it weren't, I'm the incarnation of Snake in a gazelle, so... For a moment, I thought the Rashi might be related to the gazelles part, but surely not. Anyway, got it? Until now, it was just that as the cruel and merciless mistress on the road, I was keeping a close watch on unknown entities. This situation isn't lonely at all. If anything, it's convenient. Suspicious being gathered in one place, and when the time comes, we can wipe them out in one swoop. I'll continue to stay vigilant, so you better keep that in mind. You're earnest in so many different ways. That reminds me, Flora, about the real red spider lilies in my personal field. I have a question. How often should I water them? I really earnest. Hey, speaking of Ernest, he also unexpectedly taking very good care of his field. That's a fine thing. Oh, so lively today. Turns even more yellow. You hear? He only cares about the color. Well, he's the kind of old guy who might start plotting something nasty if he gets bored. So it's better if he's at least doing something earnest. So what do you do with your personal field, Robin? Me? Well, I'm not growing flowers, I got reasons. Anyway, thanks to all your hard work. Looks like the preparation for the first additional flower beds are done. What should we plant here? It's time to start the fun of planting session. What should we go with this time? You seem Master. This concubine has come to help you. I hear even the Roman emperors came poking his nose in over his one-track mind roses. Then this Empress of China must offer her counsel as well. Were you knowledgeable about flowers? Indeed, what I recommend is peony. Yes, there is also an anecdote about Wu Tin, known as Scorched Bones peony, but when your all-famous heroes record in human history, it's only natural to have one or two flower-related anecdotes. After all, flowers have always existed alongside human history. Peonies are beautiful above all else. There was a time I was absolutely obsessed with them. I planted them all over the palace. What a magnificent sight. That garden of peonies stretching as far as the eye could see. Even my retainers and visitors from other lands praised it highly. But it is the beauty of an empress garden, he said. Whoa. However, I had just one complaint. The peonies I planted withered in winter. Well, depending on the variety, yes, that would happen. Unable to bear it, I ordered my subordinates to make the peonies bloom even in winter. I even used some spell that might not work and commanded the peonies themselves to bloom. But it was no use. The peonies would not stop withering in winter. Which is to say, penalties did not comply with the will of the most noble, greatest empress, namely me. In rage, I thought punishment was in order. Every penalty I could see inside the castle and out alike, What did you say? What did you do? Yes, I burned him. Why? Because it pissed me off that they wouldn't obey my orders. To leave those who openly defy me unpunished would tarnish my dignity. I don't understand. People who do terrible things to flowers are not allowed. I won't forgive you, okay? Shiver. I can tell, even though the transmission, this boss is seriously angry. But that wasn't the end of it, right? Yes, that is right. My anger, I exiled and burned every penalty. Of course, I thought I would never see them again, but... Astonishing, the next spring, the penalties bloomed beautiful in the wild once more. That vitality blooming proudly even after being burned was something even I couldn't help but acknowledge. And so, seeing that, I let the offense go, and from then on I simply admire them as normal as the story. If that's the case, then, well, I can't forget burning flowers on a whim. But if you ultimately came to treasure them... it wasn't a whim. It was the law. The law, to go against my will, is tantamount to a crime. I'm hearing a selfish rationale that would surprise even a witch. Oh, Cirque. Hey there, my beloved piggy. How many hours has it been? Days? Don't tell me it's been half a year. Your great witch has arrived. You're having trouble deciding what flower to plant. Then why didn't you consult me? Flowers are plants, plants are herbs, and herbs means witches. Meaning me, right? I thought of a flower. That'd be perfect to plant there, too. I've got a bunch of candidates. But how about this one? That's a pretty white flower. Isn't it? It's hemlock water drop wort. In Japanese it's called tokuzuri. Just like the name. It's packed with poison. If you're going to plant something, it might as well be practical, right? Hey, don't butt in. Master is fine. Penalties have poison too, you know. Rather, it's just the right amount of poison. What kind of competition is this? Well, as someone who's had a poisonous plants too, I can't dismiss it out hand, but if we could harvest it close by, that'd be convenient, I mean. Hey, I heard that, you know. Sure, some flowers have poison, but I'd rather you not pick anything too dangerous. These kids are around, you know. They might use it as bedding or chew on it. And it's not like they'll do exactly what they're told, so sorry, but make sure there's at least minimum level safety. I agree with that as well. Flower scent, shape, flowers have many qualities, and they hold limitless possibility, but at the same time, that also includes the possibility of becoming something dangerous to humans. When you love flowers, I want you to be mindful to your toxicity too, especially when small children are nearby. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I want an accident or anything. I just thought, since we haven't talked much lately, that I could help my beloved piggy for once. I do think the flowers themselves are super cute though. Right, I did think about that kind of thing too, you know. I've got enough consideration not to recommend some scary looking gracious poisonous plant. In that case, how about Monk Water Drop Wort? It got that name, but simply because it looks very similar, but it's not non-toxic. Oh, seriously, there's something like that, and I guess that's fine. I just want to make my presence devout to master poison on plants weren't as much have a choice or anything. How shall I put it? How endearing for all her talking of being a great witch. She has a cute side too. Though yes, I didn't know as much as from the matter with Adolcius. The center sage. What'd you come here for? I've been over here to talk of poisonous plants and medicinal herbs. It piqued my interest, you might say. Shall I give everyone a lecture on heroism, as I taught as a completeness? Nope, go home. That lecture itself does sound education, but we're busy right now. I may summon you during my self-improvement time, when that time's come at once. So go home for now. Haha, how harsh. In any case, it seems you're discussing what to plant in the field. Since the two of you seem to be pushing poisons, I'll balance things out by proposing cornflower. That's a pretty flower. It is, and it can be eaten as well as used medicine. In the end, it didn't work on hydro venom though. Of course it didn't, otherwise Promosus wouldn't have needed to take on your immortality. The name is good as well. I looked up in the scientific name. It's apparently Centaurea sinus. It sounds kind of centaur-like, though the true origin seems to have various theories. So the name Sinus remains. I see. Kind of think of a Roman mythology. I'm pretty sure there was a story about flora and cornflowers. Hey, cut it out. Telling the planet just because it sounds like your species name. How clean, how shameless. Every time Master sees it, they might remember you know. That is not coming from someone who tried to get the same effect by making the plant poison syrups. Of course, I had no such intent. I only wanted to appeal with the penalty charm, that's all. When the Master, you should be the one to decide. If it's something Master decided, people probably won't complain too much, one way or another. If I were the one deciding, yeah, I get poisoned without mercy by everyone except Kieran. Scary. Even if it's only one eye, you can see properly again now. You apologize for before, and thank you. I'll help out with the field work or whatever else needs to. So go on, make a choice. I'll help. Yes, you made a fine field. With this much, you shouldn't have trouble with medicine spirits for a while. That said, as I kept repeating, you must be careful of the Hydra's poison. Yes, he's more hung up on it than I thought. But if it's your cause of death, then that's only natural. It looks really beautiful too. Yes, look at those mystery bluish flowers, blooming pristinely. Standing quietly and unnoticed, and yet it is as if they're gently watching over us. Just looking at them calms me down. Somehow such a cornflower mood. By the way, I heard there is a myth associated with this flower. What kind of myth is it? It's a little embarrassing to tell it myself. If I could ask someone to do it. Then if you allow me, I'll explain. Though the text only recorded a simple episode. Once upon a time in Rome, there lived a boy named Sinus. Sinus was a devoted believer in the flower goddess, Flora, and day after day. He gathered flowers in the field and mountains to make garlands to offer her. Well, it sounds like she was popular, huh? On the chat. Well, you see, I am a goddess. But then, while gathering flowers, the boy Sinus got lost and died. Talk about a sudden turn. It seems there are several versions of an ending from there. In one version, people mourned his death and named the blue flowers he got after Sinus. While in another, the goddess Flora answered his faith after his death by turning her into a blue flower. About what's accurate there, I'd rather not comment. Yes, of course, that's fine. I only wanted the gist of it. Myths can be a mixture of many different elements after all. Even those involved may retain only vague memories, or even contradictory ones. You can really feel the history between people and flowers. Yes, that's true. Of course, there probably aren't many things we can stay clear and say this is correct. is likely just one fear among others. Even so, when I look at this flower, I think of a certain boy. I can picture him. And that somehow feels like something very precious. Oh, it started coming down. The weather here changes a bit quickly, can't be hoped. Let's be glad we finished the work on the new field first. I just finished watering my red spider lilies. It's okay, it won't be too much water. Haha, it's fine. For the flowers, it's the same as the rain simply starting a little earlier. That kind of nervous excitement is part of the joy of caring for flowers too. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it or anything. This is just practice, training, duty, and as mistress of the underworld, where strict management is some point, I just have to do it seriously, that's all, okay? I'm enjoying it normally enough, and there's plenty to learn too. It's been a while since I worked so directly, but this sort of things is the foundation of people's daily lives after all. Chi-chi. Well, that sounds like we're fine, but is everyone okay getting wet in the rain? You can understand it. Yeah, not at all. I'm just saying, it's based on the vibe. But hey, even if it's not right on the mark, it's not too far off either, you know. In any case, we already reached a stopping point, and there's no need to keep working in the rain. Let's head back to the Hermitage for now. That'll be for the best. Now then, just what kind of moods in the sky is into?
Nihon de wa 1月をムツキと呼ぶそうですね。ふと今日
We can at least do one time row now. I still haven't got a snake lily yet. No assassin. Still no assassin class. Only crab stance, that's so sad. Rip. The rain just won't let up, will it? Looks like we'll be taking easy at home again for a while. Yeah. Here's the old man who makes the flowers bloom. My, what a vicious laugh, and something the matter. Just in case something like this happened, I've been carving away at some wood little by little ever since their last rainy day made us. Oh, this is piece and a board is a shogi. But sorry, I'm not very familiar with how to play. No matter, I teach you. Besides, I adapted to something closer to this country's modern style, so it's basically my first time too. I want you to humor an old man's way of killing time. Okay, I don't know if I can live up to your expectations, but if that's the case, I'll play along. Everyone's spending time however delay. Maybe just a bit more. They say better safe than sorry, but the best outcome is never needing to preparations in the first place. Oh boy, they're lively over there. Well, playing without thinking is a kid's job. And for adults to keep up takes stamina, right? Too old for the right job. Gonna get ya, I'm the tricky ghost. Ain't that tickles. Or so you thought, cause you two get this too. Scratch, scratch, scratch right under the throat scale. Because we're both snakes, I can spot your weak points. It was a rare sensation, tickly and kind of nice, right? Chi. Yeah, what a weird way to move. Huh. Somehow this turned into petting time for you guys, but eventually I was checking Marishi's size, almost forgot the main point. Huh? Yeah, I'll tell you the details later. I've got your measurements, so while I'm at it. Yuki. Yeah? Can I do the same thing as last time? I mean, it's for different reasons, but think of it like double checking. No waiting for an answer. Time's precious. And so glum. I got hugged again. Your shoulders and whip is surprisingly boyish, huh? Oops, if I cling too much, I might get scolded again. It's fine, I learned what I needed. Alright, let's get to work. Oh wait, what you doing? Don't be surprised when it's done. Just wait a little longer. Busy. Aren't we working a little too silently for something that isn't even a job? All we're doing is peeling ginkgo nuts for snacks. Yeah, like with snow peas, it's kind of hard not to focus. When you keep moving your hands in this repetitive task of staring at the ginkgo, don't you stare to feeling you become a ginkgo nut yourself. I'm the ginkgo and the ginkgo is me. Soon I'll be all warm and fluffy inside. Oh ho ho. That's scary, stop tripping like that. Then should we work while singing, ginkgo? Come on out from your shell. I'm absolutely not singing. Chi. Hey, you two are carnivores, right? Don't go eating ginkgo by mistake. If you get upset stomach, I'm not taking responsibility. For all she says, it really seems like JP-rKyECtnz gets along with everyone after all. Ah. Oh, check. I lost. One more game if you don't mind. Of course, I'll play as many as you like. Taking a liking to it. Who can say? It's just I only ever lived with my old wife and our old dog. I'm sure I've never played like this with someone else equal. With the old man next door, we probably didn't have that kind of relationship. So it feels kind of fresh, I think. Facing each other across the board, moving pieces back and forth the same way. So that's how it is. Hasn't won even once, yet he's not getting competitive nor sulking. He's aiming to win, but he doesn't crave for victory itself. And yet he keeps wanting to continue. Then perhaps, yes, moving the pieces is fun in itself. Sorry, I suppose this is what they call loving something despite being bad at it. Aren't you getting bored? Not at all, I'm trying to out new tactics on my side. Besides, you're getting better little by little too, you know. If things line up just right, I could lose, so I can't let my guard down. Is that so? Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it too. Let's continue. Alright, finished. Mercy, come over here. Huh? It's made from whatever cloth I had on hand. But yeah, it fits perfectly. Whoa. That cape hunt, nice. You're always dressed the same after all. Looks like dirt just disappears off you eventually, but I figure it wouldn't hurt to have at least one outfit going out. You get drenched in morning dew just from slipping between the flowers, you know. This should help at least a little, don't you think? It's pretty, thanks, homie. You like it good. And it's not just for Rashi here. This one's for you too. Matching capes. Me, I'm a mother who couldn't even suit clothes for her child like this. So I guess you could say I've been starving for a chance like this. So as a little extra, if you like it, go ahead and take it. It'll come in handy for the morning show too. Oh, that is wonderful. Yeah. Flower lady, you match too. Huh? Well, I'm not sure about that. If I had time and materials, I could make as many as you want, but... yeah, it might be we're not going to be able to take it easy much longer. I've got a bad feeling. Reading the skies, are we? Does that mean Master's become a respectable farmer now? I was just reading your face, Robin. Oops, so you weren't reading the sky, you were reading me. Anyway, yeah. Looks like a storm, like the one few days is coming, maybe worse. We've been doing little side jobs and preparations, but from here on out we'll need to make something else. Not shogi pieces or fluffy ginkgo, something more important. Waterproof sheets. Yes, water is important for flowers, but too much is bad for them. We need to block the rain so it doesn't become enough to drown them. If you can make tools to prevent that, then sorry, but please, I'm counting on you. Guess my sewing skills are better spent on that kind of work from here on out, huh? Alright, let's push through one more time. I'll help. Gee. Seems like there are plenty of other things we should get ready to. Let's hurry and prepare before the wind really picks up. Good grief, we got the rest up until now, so it looks like things are about to get a bit tougher here. Anyway, this isn't like the last one. This time we'll protect the fields together. Yes, we'll be relying on you. Thank you, and please take care of us. Just as expected, the wind is only growing stronger. It's dangerous, but we have no choice but to go out and protect the fields directly. I'll show you on the map. This is the worst draining area among the lands we currently manage. And it's also the flower field most vulnerable to wind. It's important for defense as well, so we can't afford to lose it. Then we have to protect it no matter what. Aaron, are you ready? Alright, you're staying home. Eh? Don't air me. That cape is going out. Sure, but I didn't make it for storm weather. We're talking about dealing with strong winds, and you're the first one who gets blown away. What good would it do for you to come? I agree with every word, but I also feel like she'll show up anyway, like last time. Yeah, that's the face of someone that causes trouble. Leaving her here might be dangerous, actually. Good grief. Fine, then you stay in my pocket the whole time. Absolutely no going outside. Can you promise? Okay, I can. If she's staying in that pocket, I'm not sure what the point is. But maybe Snake Wife can support us like I do, and if it gives her a chance to judge something, so be it. Archie-chan isn't the only one in danger. Visibility will be poor, and I think all kinds of dangers will be waiting for us. Especially you, Yuki, please be careful. Yes, it's embarrassing to admit it, but for ordinary humans, even getting hit by a tree branch blown in by strong winds could be fatal. Be very careful, and just be sure, do you have rain gear prepared? No worries there, you should have Da Vinci-chan special Career-style rain gear set. So I should be totally covered for the cold. I'm glad you use it, but don't go pushing yourself, alright? Seriously. Alright, let's go. I figure as much, but something might come flying at us in this wind. I'll stay alert so I can knock anything down, but you don't let your guard down either. And JP-rKyECtnz, make sure you don't get blown away yourself. Are you making fun of me? Just because I'm small right now doesn't mean that's a risk. Maybe I would stuff some rocks in my pockets, just in case for safety. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Sheesh, whoa, this is some serious rain and wind. So we just covered the field with this sheet, right? Yes, please. Like, weigh it down with stones so it won't get blown away. Then we gotta find some stones too. Kinda knew it, but this is gonna be a lot of work. Oh. Just pray everyone gets through it without getting hurt. And that it all goes well. That'll be your hope. Okay, got it. We'll help put up the windbreak and waterproof sheets in the field too. We'll probably need to drive stakes in key spots and dig some drainage ditches too. We'll split up and handle the stuff end. Honestly, the sheet was made in a rush as a stopgap. We need to confirm the magical effects I added are working properly. If anything lacking, I'll re-enchant it. Now really this kind of thing is a caster job though. That looks like I got some more other important role to play, doesn't it? Remember, I got a bad feeling about this. Don't play the old man only when it's convenient. I don't know the details, but you're a Taoist famed for weather manipulation, aren't you? Can't you do something about the storm itself? Is that so? If you can do something about the sky itself, that would be the fastest way. I mean, to be honest, that was a technique that makes an illusion, and it's not like I was purely changing the weather you see. But it did include some of that in practice in it. Feels like there's nothing to lose. Try it. While everyone else is united in facing the fields. Isn't it lonely if I'm the only one muttering complaints about the heavens? Yeah, sorry about that. But hey, it just means that we're counting on you, Grandpa Zhangjiao. I'll give you what minutes research I can spare, so do your best somehow. Do your best. Sorry, it's just level. You managed this half-empty power from my eyes, but it's better than nothing, right? If there was some stingy lady of the heavens around, I'd kick her in the butt and make her move the clouds. Now hurry up and moving parakeet girls. I mean, this good copping back up. Good grief, you work in old man hard. Still being relied on doesn't feel bad. If it is the sky of a singularity, there may be parts of it that aren't here. For that rare reasons, I might be able to move it, or I might not. Alright, either way, it probably won't clear up right away, so what we need to do doesn't change. Alright then. Eek is really rough. Well, this is what you call being run-ragged. In the end, it's just more reliable if we hold down the sheets ourselves, huh? Like the trench we just dug is already filled back in. Damn, should have made it pure. Fine, I'm doing this out of spite now. I'll go dig it again. Be careful not to get swept away. I said, isn't this wind beyond excessive? Maybe it's terrain where it's usually fine, but once the wind passes a certain strength, something starts interfering and amplifying it even more. Leaving alone doesn't seem like it's going to get better, really. So I guess we should do what we can. I'm going to check somewhere else for a bit. Off you own again. I can't say I don't have a bad feeling. It's fine, I won't push myself. You all hold down the fort here. Good grief, feels like we're relying on the old men a bit too much, doesn't it? And how's the old man Zoo doing? I may be sitting, but I'm not slacking, you know. I'm simply in a loose position to concentrate. I'm not going to complain about that. Different foundations, different methods. Normally you use a lot more tools, wouldn't you? Indeed, a bell, wooden tablets, and various other implements. Ideally I prepare an altar platform to connect the 5 elements, but in this wind, even the talisman I pinch between my fingers gets blown away at once. So what is it? A scolding delivered personally by the Lady of the Underworld. I'm merely cold, fair, and strict in dispensing rewards and punishment. It's offensive to treat me like some short-tempered tyrant. Here's an extra offering. I don't think it's right to make the only snake while I pay for everything. Keep the technique going. I'll top you up from behind. Oh, warm. Feels like having my shoulders rubbed by my blanket. Not that I ever recall having one. Let's chatter. Well, how's it? Thanks to you, I feel like I can see the path forward. My art is starting to connect to the clouds, as it were. If we had time, we might manage somehow, but the problem is that very time. If they show up in this situation, it'll be unbearable. Yes, I know. Huh? This person, this is bad. Yeah, hostile readings are closing in. The grizzly plants are advancing. And we're in the middle of protecting the barricade, meant to hold them back. The time couldn't be worse. If we focus on dealing with them, we won't be able to protect the flower field. That serves as a barrier. And that deal a huge blow to our plans to stop future incursion. But we can't just let them pass through either. Damn if you do, damn if we don't. What do we do, Master? What was that sound just now? Thunder is what I thought at first, but no, that was the sound of earth and rock. There's like a big landslide happening somewhere nearby. Might be impossible in this rain and wind though. Oh, but somehow. Does it feel like the wind's eased up just a little? A stroke of luck, this will make it easier to concentrate. But what are we making in time is, oh. Hey, don't you go getting careless just because the wind is weaker. Ew, yell grouse. Shh, just a spot. You and the snake wife handed Zhang Xu magic energy research. This chart was there, and nothing happened. It has the power that some use only may support. Why only me? Now isn't the time to worry about that. I'll cover the fuel, so hurry up and do it. Indeed, with this much driving force, it'll be faster to brute force our way through. I am the one who serves heaven and earth, knows the aspect of the 5 elements. O noble heaven, follow the evil expelling law inscribed upon my talismanic register swiftly as stated in edict. Whoa. The rain and wind stopped. The omen Zhang Zhu did that for us. And the worship is Eriko-chan. I panicked for a second, but hey, glad everyone's okay. Did it work out? That's good to hear. Good to hear. You don't look like good to hear at all. You go play medball games or something. Yeah, well, a lot happened, but I'm not hurt this time, so it's fine, okay? Sure, but seeing clothes that filthy just does something to my mood, you know. Not that you're a servant, so I guess you don't need to do laundry. We can ask what you were doing later, right now. Now that certain problems handled, we gotta deal with problem number 2. I can confirm the huge eyeball type Wisp plant. If the previous pattern holds, defeating that might be us to reclaim Omi-san's eye. As usual, there's no proof of anything, but if you'll give them back, I want them back, even if it's just for show. But yesterday, that's my mysterious presence, I can't sense it. Is it not here today, perhaps? Whether any bosses there or not. Yeah, we can't have the field we protected get trampled now, can we? Still, that eyeball weed, it looks tougher than the last one. So it wasn't disturbing the powers of the ice equally, huh? Even so, we can't afford to let it go here. If it has power, the odds are higher, then its commander tasked with leading the plants. We don't know if their forces have a limit, but precisely because we don't, we need to remove their commander, even if we have to push ourselves. Good grief, I like to take it braver, but the heat you fed into my body is still lingering. For the sake of the little ones who cheered me on, shall I give it one more push. Do your best. Yeah, sorry to ask when you're tired, but if the rain and wind have died down, then the advantage is ours. Let's show them the strength of flowers that didn't lose to the storm.
空間ごとミクロの世界に変えてあげます。どんなに強い相手でも私の前ではこの通り。人呼んでネペンクスマジックショー。お友達が欲しいんですね。あっち見ていてくれます？顕微鏡でも見えない大きさに変えられると思う？できちゃうんだなこれが。さあ光より速くアトムにプラスミリアンフット。顕微鏡でも見えない大きさに変えられると思う？できちゃうんだなこれが。さあ光より速くアトムにプラスミリアンフット。123。カメはこう着物のシミになっちゃう。あっち見ていてくれます？
Wait, superior?
遠くのものは小さく見える。なら小さなものは遠くにあるってことですよね。原子核まで小さくなーれ。パズル完成です。さらわれてください。着物のシミになっちゃえ。そうか。あっち見ていてくれます？行きます。ちゃんと優しく。みんな怖がらせてごめんね。
We did it. Against the storm and those plants too. We protected the flower field. To the end. Yep, hostile reactions have vanished. Good work. We did it. Phew, that was a brutal night. It looks like you got your reward fair and square. You managed to collect it, right? I got something like last time. A seed of light, something like that. Maybe I'll try planning again later. Can't wait. Chi-chi. Oh, I'm really truly glad. By the way, where did the old man of Blossom go? I don't see him again. Now that you mention it, I swear that wood geezer was definitely up to something halfway through. Grams, sniff this way. You track him by scent. Well, let's follow for now. The cliff collapsed. It looks like pretty fresh. No doubt about it. It happened during the storm. I'm pretty sure this used to be a high ground, where the sheer cliff continued a bit farther. It's such but the terrain has changed. Could it be because of this change, the way the wind flows changed too? Or like a wind path that got blocked over? And that might be. Though if someone did it deeper, they need an external understanding of the terrain. Not necessarily. Not if someone with ability aligned with casualties like finding something good. No way. Sniff, this way. Hey, wait up. We can't just hop over there like you can. It's probably not right near the collapse, but it seems like he's up on the high ground. We're servants so we can manage, but the master can't pull that off. Let's find a spot we can climb. He's relaxing up in a tree. Grants, what you doing? Oh, you came all the way together, didn't you? Hehe, I'm old, so I was just taking a rest. You collapsed the cliff this time. I did feel the wind weaken along the way, so it was you then. Thanks to that, I could focus on my arts. So you went and suddenly tried to solve the problem on your own again, doing something that's dangerously risky. But this time really was a gamble. I had no idea if it would work. I couldn't drag everyone into it, and given the circumstance, it was a bit dangerous. I'm glad it worked out. I almost got caught in a little landslide, so my clothes ended up covered in mud, though. It's not something to laugh about. Still acting on your own, trying to handle everything yourself is your bad habit. No, it's not that I wanted to handle it alone this time. I just saw everyone doing their best, and I thought I should even try harder too. I can leave the fields to you. Oh, I trust you from the bottom of my heart. So I figure I should do what I can do myself. That's why I moved, even without certainty. Maybe I should explain, but in that situation, we couldn't spare the time. You were just really bad at explaining. Yeah, I'm glad. We all worked hard and protected the fields. Not because of any one person, probably because we did it together. That sense of accomplishment, before I knew it, I'd end up here. Maybe my feet brought me here because the view from here suited that feeling perfectly. You see, I like places with good view. I like beautiful scenery. And if possible, I want to show that kind of view to someone. When I show someone nice view, even the old lady in that heart to please Lord would smile. Look, see? I think it's a very beautiful view. Cherry blossoms along a wooded avenue are lovely, sure, but a morning glow flower field wet with rain, that's beautiful too. Yes, to be honest, you're right. This is how I put it. It looks far prettier than before, like such a sight. Maybe it's just my mood, like that feeling of having seen it through. Yes, this must be what you meant, old man. That sense of accomplishment. Different from when I pretended to feel it's alone, like a refreshing, minty feeling. Like a fluffy dandelion feeling. It's overflowing in my chest. Yeah, if we protect it together, it's easy. So you two. I'm trying to handle everything alone from now on. Yes, yes. Right, next time I'll explain things a little bit more before I act. Even when I think I'm matching everyone's pace, I can still end up startling them, huh? Oh, it feels like it's been a real long time since this happened. Your eyes are back. Yep, that is right. I can see clearly with both eyes now, your faces. Yuki, Hanako-chan, Robin, Eriko-chan, Zhang and the old man Hasaki. And of course, the little Shichinoko and Marishi too. Chichi. Whoa. Looks aside, what about your power? If I scrape together what's left of both eyes, I might be able to help, sort of. I got a feeling those strange plants were moving, using the power of these eyes, you know. So they've been used up pretty hard. Which means the flip side is, they can't use their eyes' power anymore. The power field air is holding too, things might have gotten a lot easier. Yes, I feel the breathing of heaven-granted cherry is steadily growing strong too. The wings should be getting close. Let's keep doing our best. So we came back to base, all fired up, but there's one issue. This chaotic control room, Mash has been strongly pressing it too. It's absolutely mandatory, even without Mash, I say so. You're gonna do whatever you like, you're not master. And what I built, Rush, is this. I'm happy about it, actually. What? Is that, in his country, would count as a bath? How different is being boiled in pot? In principle, it isn't any different. Maybe next time I'll try developing a kit where a bathtub pops out with one button. At this point, I don't care about the shape. We've been making do with quick rinses, but after working in that storm, you absolutely need to warm your body properly. But yeah, it was still cold. We servants can manage either way, but you're human, you know? Now go on, hop in, and warm up quick. Oh, want me to wash your back? I'll pass, thanks. Speaking of passing, if you think you can be modest, don't. We already used mana to clean off the grime. Even the old man who was covered in mud is quickly clean now. Feels like there's only such a thing as first bath, so don't worry and go ahead. Well, simply put it, it's like mental stabilizer, or rather personally I like to try a hot bath too. It's really a matter of taste and preference. Anyone who wants to go in after you one by one. Me too. Yeah, if it's free, I might as well too. Anyway, get ready. If you catch a cold, I'll probably get yelled at by Mash. I'll keep an eye on the heat for you. Oh, and Marishi, take off that wet cloak too. I'll dry it for you. Ario, you got that funny face. Chi? You have the ability to support me, mainly to imply the effect of mana transfer. Whether that's the true essence or not, you were producing that effect. Not doing anything to the source. Me, but optimizing the outflow. Wasting efficiency as a result, like a booster you attach to the nozzle end of a horse. The question that bothered me, yes, this time it was easy to understand. Because I could compare under almost the same conditions. You were there both times, and you must have wanted to help in the same way. But his snake wife didn't get any boost effect, and only I did. Something I've been suspecting was driven by a comparative experiment, basically. Your power only works on me. Why are you strengthening only me? Does it have something to do with my power being stolen? In other words, are you connected to those plants? If so, then the merciless me won't show any mercy. I'm the cruel ruler of the Umbro after all. It was scary. GG. That's right, I'm scary. So don't think you can fool me, and don't make any reckless move either. Well, but if there's another possibility, if there's a possibility however small it's there. I mean, maybe. It's really strange, and I don't want to believe something so personal could be affecting it, but you don't like me especially or anything, right? Like Aereo. Don't think you can win me over with words like that. Better be careful from now on, is all I can say. Kiki, I don't think you need to worry about it. I think she probably loves you too. But she doesn't really understand it, so she's flustered. She can't help but being flustered. Something like that. Please keep being friends with her from now on. As one goddess to another, I'm asking you. Oh, got it. T. The eyes fell. The eyes of the serpent woman, the eyes of the serpent mother. A mass of power, a mass of thoughts. Connected to the roots. Serving as the force that made them crawl forth. The driving force that ran through the earth, stretched its leaves into the sky. It slipped it from the hand, but does not matter. At this point, it is enough. One can say the role has been fulfilled. That was only a spare to begin with, only a substitute for a trail. All that remains is to release it. The true mother body that gives birth to grass. I can feel it. The time for blooming is near. The time we can meet is near. Yep, it's going smoothly. With more lively flower fields here, the land's power is letting this cherry tree grow strong and healthy too. With more lively flower fields here, the land power is letting this cherry tree healthy too. The buds are getting bigger. With one more push, I think it will bloom before long. I'm looking forward to it. Even if you just say cherry blossoms, there are so many different varieties, all sorts of colors and sizes. I wonder what kind of will bloom. It's fascinating. I'm really looking forward to it too. That looks is something on your mind, Chan-chan. There may be things even I wouldn't notice. If anything's wrong, tell me, won't you? No. As far as the cherry tree goes, my assessment says there's no problem, of course. I'm looking forward to it too. It's just there's another flower I'm worried about. It's personal, nothing to do with everyone else. I guess it showed on my face, sorry. Personal flower, do you mean another flower you're growing somewhere for? No, it's more like me. I think I'm here to make this cherry tree bloom. To safely bring it out to full bloom and witness, I think that's the goal. If that's the case, then surely the me who sees that blossom is also something that blooms at that moment. But when I think about that moment, I get a little scared. Why is that? You've been working hard, Hannah-chan. Lately, I keep feeling like I've forgotten something important. It's big something without any clear shape, but what keeps bothering me. When this cherry tree bloom, what form will this flower called me take when I bloom? Will I be in shape where I can welcome this wonderful blooming with my head held high? I can't help thinking about things like that. If I'm being honest, I'm not sure I completely understand, but you're anxious about what will you be like in the future, is that it? I guess that's what it comes to. Like spring break before starting high school. Wearing what hairstyle you should never wear to enter a ceremony. And you're scared you're forgetting something. That's always specific. But I can really feel the fresh pre-high school entering anxiety from you, Master. That's fascinating to me too. It affects your first impression of high school life. I don't really understand the details, but image-wise it might be similar. No, it's strange when I think about it. As the goddess of flowers, no matter what blooms, I'm happy and can affirm it. And yet to feel this anxious only about the flowers that is myself. Anyway, it's nothing serious, so you really don't need to worry about it. No, it isn't strange at all. Huh? If we were talking about flower before it blooms, you might still be a seed. A seed can't see the shape of its own flower. After all, I think everyone has their own worries and dissatisfaction about themselves. Like, am I okay being this small, or will I be able to bloom into something beautiful? I see. I'm still a seed. That way of looking at it does exist. I'm sorry for speaking out of turn. It may not solve your worries at all. No, it was a big anxiety to begin with. Sorry for making your lesson to something so unclear. Thanks to everyone, I feel like my heart's a little lighter. Is that so? Then that's good. Either way, a seed can only bloom right. Whether it's the shape I wish for, I don't know, but even if it isn't. Anyway, the cherry tree is growing well. It's all thanks to everyone's hard work. But until it truly reaches full bloom, you never know what might happen. That's how difficult caring for flower can be. So let's not let our guard down and make that final push together. And with that, preparations for the 4th flower field are ready. Now then, what kind of flowers shall we plant here? Pretty ones. Yep. Pretty ones would be nice. Chi. Yep. Something comfortable to be around would be good. So yeah, I'm fine with anything that looks like it'll make these kids happy. Now that I've tried raising red spider lilies myself, I myself really get it. Every species has totally different traits and care requirements. Having too many options is its own trouble too. As for me, I'm head over heels for my sunflower chan that I've been loving raise. Oh, look at you today, slightly yellow and adorable. There. This old man will give you some water. I'm glad to see Zhang Xiao has awakened to the joys of gardening. Does that really count as joys of gardening? Feels more like he's just got issues, deep ones. I hear you're looking for flowers to plant, beautiful flowers. In that case, there's only one answer for what you should plant, right? What an ignorant goddess of flowers this is, obviously. My, what a lovely red poppy. It's absolutely wonderful. In the east, this is called Hinigishi, also known by another name, Misu, Yumerin grass. Yes, it's a very famous flower named after the Yumerin right in front of us. Is that so? Oh, lovely. Flatter me all you want, nothing's coming out of it. Honestly, I don't particularly care that a flower bears my name. So compared to planting some flower, you don't even know. Choosing this flower one that benefits you is simply the reasonable thing to do. Benefits? Do poppies have some special practical use? In folk medicine, they can be used as remedies, but generally speaking, it's not really. And unlike opium poppies, you can't extract necrotic components from Hinigashi either, so. We said anything about that petty kind of practically. I mean, something much simpler. Just by looking at a flower that bears my name, you'll remember my beauty, grace, intellect, and vitality. If that's not a benefit, then what it is? So that's the kind of benefit you meant. Besides, if you fill that area with those flowers, then maybe, hehe. I feel a super personal, interior motives shining through. No, it's not even shining through, it's just out in the open. In that case, allow me to make a proposal with my interior motives fully exposed. Your motives are life's greatest enemy, and once said, I didn't, but never mind that. Opposite of red is black. No, white. And Hina, as in chick, but a different Hina. In other words, Daisy perhaps. Daisy, yes, those are adorable too. And your order motive is. Oh, you don't know? When one speaks of daisies, one naturally speaks of splendid works of literature, does not. If that fairy tale writer made it his theme, then surely he harbors no small hidden feelings for the flower. If we fill this land with daisies, it will give his name back, and inspiration will show up as he chased by deadlines day after day. And perhaps he will produce as yet unseen masterpiece, or perhaps at least meet his deadline. Mind your own business. Yeah, seriously, mind your own business. I did write a story about daisies, but it's not like that flower is especially dear to me. Why I chose it as the motive was. It was long ago. I've forgotten. There's a good chance it just happened to be on my desk at the time. Anyway, mind your own business, playwright. If it becomes inspiration to finish my current manuscript, fine. But there are no guarantees of that, is there? If it makes me think of a new flower store instead, that will just make the current deadlines even more precarious. A new flower store, splendid, a daisy too then. I would very much like to read it. And for the reason, by all means, Master, I insist you make a daisy flower for you. Master, are you familiar with Anderson's daisy story? Sadly not yet. Oh, what a shame. But that is precisely why planting daisies here could be the trigger that gets you to start reading it, and then all is well. Will you not agree? Good grief, shut up. But it's not like I hate the flower. It'd be strange if you insist. You mustn't plant it. Do as you like. What do you think about it? What do I think about it? Either way, it's each person's choice. Alright, I heard everything, which means it's time for Nagiko to take a stage. Uh-oh, speak of freedom, and two free lady shows up. Offers to redo some and other offers, huh? Kind of think of it. The pill book there was a section about flowers, wasn't there? Heh, you know your stuff, Kawaii-chan. I'm kinda picky about flowers, you know. You're always kinda picky about everything. True that. Anyway, putting that aside, when you're talking about flowers and grasses, among flowers of the field, the pink is best. The Chinese one goes without saying. The Yamamoto one is also most charming, you know. And then there's maiden flower, bellflower, morning glory. There are lots of flowers, but number one is still Yama. Ahaha. Okay, how about passion flowers? Just look at them, pure passion. You don't really need passion right now. Yeah, got it. Then how about we go with pinks? Not Chinese pinks, Yamamoto Nagashiko. Even for you, Master, this one's more familiar looking, right? Here, like this. Hmm? The Yamamoto Nagashiko that Nagiko's referring to. Nowadays it's called Kawara Nadeshiko. What a simple, durable flower. You ever see how the tips goes pia? It's cute, right? Kind of like a passion vibe too. Yeah. Passion has nothing to do with it. And get this, Nadeshiko charm isn't just cute. It got an awesome secret in it that hardly everybody seems to know, so. A secret. The secret is, hold up. Yeah, I can't say anymore until after the Nadeshiko field is finished. A somewhat unnatural yet highly effective hook. Now I'm curious too. It seems every flower has a story tangled up with it. There must be countless flower stories in this world, ones we haven't yet learned, ones we can't even imagine. Indeed, happy ones, sad ones, ones that give you strength. Just like flowers themselves, I think flower stories have more wonderful forms than you could ever count. As a god of flowers, I want to hold every flower story close to my heart and properly bless it. Well, of course, I might have a thing or two to say about stories that don't love their flowers. So Yuki, please tell me your story. What will you choose to plant in this flower field? We made a wonderful field of Dianaphis flowers. You can really tell up close. The sharply defined and unique distinct style is enough to make you feel as bold and daring as a Dianaphis. Totally emo. They're really autumn flowers, but you expect no less from a goddess of flowers, making a whole garden bloom regardless of seasons and all. Ideally, you should match nature's seasons though. But this thing literally has a fairly mild average climate. So if I landed just a little help, flowers from any seasons will bloom rigorously. Dianthus is counted among the 7 autumn flowers, and it's a flower the Japanese have been familiar with since long ago. It's so distinctive that I can see why people loved it. It's been used in poetry, show up in the Tales of Genji. There even a game called Nadeshiko OS, where you compare them. But you don't see them much these days. They even say it might be risk of extinction and all that. The downside moderation, huh? Well, that's exactly why I'm glad that we got to see such a splendid fields of Dianthus. Come on, come on. Don't get all gloomy, let's enjoy the charm of the flowers right in front of us. I suppose that's all we can do. By the way, didn't you say something about there being a secret to this flower? I feel like you did, yeah. Is it about that bad news you don't see them much anymore these days? Huh, don't underestimate me, Robbie boy. Wanna hear it? You really wanna hear it? The terrifying secret within this Kawara Nagashiko. This is a secret even the flower goddess probably doesn't know. Please tell us. Go, but secret even I don't know. It is. What on earth is that unreadable character? Yes, this is a secret I wanted to share. Apparently, this single character means Nadeshiko. Man, isn't that wild? That is? Like I can write, you know, sort of, like a humbling vibe maybe. Not good? I didn't see that coming at all, but as for how shocking that secret was, let me say this. I figured something like that. Yep, we've got ourselves a lovely flower field, so I guess today's work is more or less done. And now there's something I'd like to try for a bit. Mind if I give it a shot? Oh, it's got nothing to do with the flower field, just a way to take a breather like shogi. Oh, you always badger for a shogi match whenever you have a spare moment. Have a different way to unwind. Either way, I suppose it's process that you're asking in advance compared to before when you just ran off and did things on your own. I'm doing fine with it, but because what you said yesterday around when you got out of the bath and were dyeing your hair. Goldman style. Baths are nice, but it'd also be fun if everyone could go soak in hot springs together, you said. No way. Yep, if this hole can dig out a water source for the fields, then maybe just maybe, right? There it is. Well, it really came out. I mean, I'm the one who sniffed around and pinned down where the warm water was coming from, but still. I think you could actually dig it up with a hole, a hot spring and all. This is such a case among cases. If someone hadn't already struck a water source here before I told you to cut your losses. Even so, I took a fair bit of time and effort. Hehe, I'm so grateful you helped now then. From here on, it's our work. Hang on a second. We've been getting ready. Right, I can move some with Magecraft too. Step aside a bit. And now it's for proper hot spring. Amazing, nice warm pool. Tea. Honestly, your pure passions for bathing sometimes goes completely off the rails. Not that I dislike it though. It's totally different from yesterday's bath. It's a spacious outdoor bath. It might not be ideal for the flowers, but setting that aside, this looks wonderful smoothing. Alright, we made the flower field and got the job done. So I can say is we all wash off the sweat. Soaking in a hot spring in the middle of the day makes it looks like we are slacking with it. If it's what Master wanted after looking so lonely yesterday, well, we can't be helped at all. Oh, and it goes without saying, but the men's and women's baths are probably separated. Of course, I'll switch the visual sensors off too. I'll keep watch in other ways, so everyone please relax and enjoy yourselves. Cool, now that's a fine bath. Brings you back to life. Pull it back to life. Oh man, an open air bath. I think the last time I had one was back when we were climbing that tall tower. Feels like it's been ages. A tower, huh? So that happened, did it? How many floors was it, I wonder? You'll be shocked, 100 floors, had only waiting in the top 2. Don't tell me you've already heard of them too. Shuten Dojin Ibaraki Doji. Hey. What is it? What is it? Come on, I don't even need to ask where you get that Yao Tengu. Why, I borrowed it from Sir Zhang Zhao, of course. Knew it. Huh? Did I now? Are you okay? How do you feel? Any nausea? Good grief, I haven't done anything at all. No need to, right? There's no man more incapable of refusing a request than this Hanasaki elder. He's the type who just starts digging up water and hot springs on his own. No need to control him with spells. Ask him, let's overthrow the Run dynasty and make it the people's realm, and he might just say yes without a second thought. No, you can't. Like I said, I haven't done anything. I only thought about it a little. No, a harmless joke, just a joke. That ain't funny, it's just how it makes us feel problem. Even some swords master like that old man from Tajima wouldn't point his blade at someone as a joke, right? It's bad manners, that's what. Like, nobody trusts me these days. Only this good nature has like an elder would join my Yale family. All I want is for my comrades to wear it because I simply like yellow. Enjoy fingers, Susan. There. I don't really understand, but if I get the chance again, I'll wear it. So don't be so down. Really? Nope. It's noisy over there. Men are always mischievous no matter when. The big hot spring gets them all riled up and they start horsing around. Whoa. Hehe, though we got someone over here going all out too. The way they flail those tiny arms and legs and don't move forward at all, it's just adorable. If it were a normal kid, I'd scold them, but you're so tiny, you're not bothering anyone. So I'll let you off for a bit of swing. Good to see you so lively. Chifu. And you two are floating around, all pleased with yourselves. You sure you're okay? Chi. Yeah, it looks like you're perfectly fine. Well, snakes can usually swim, so I guess it's fine. Though your shape is nothing like a normal snake. I'm riding a boat. Why now, climbing onto a Tsuchinoko boat like that? I'm worried about getting scolded, but I guess not. Both look like you're having fun, don't you? Gee. Maybe riding a boat is easier than swimming. Heh, I see. I think this is a good opportunity, so may I talk with you a little? Of course, is there something you want to ask? Well, it's nothing major, but... Erskio, you've been cultivating flowers very diligently, starting with the red spider lilies in your personal plot. It feels like you're putting an almost intense amount of effort into growing them. I was wondering why. That's because I lost my power and ended up like this, and I can't really fight anymore. So I figure I should at least contribute in other ways. I don't have enough experience to create and maintain a defensive flower for you. So I'm using my personal plot to practice, that's all. Is that strange? No, not strange at all. But well, when I see how passionate you're about the red spider lilies in your own plot, it felt like maybe it wasn't only that, like it wasn't just practice for building the flower fields for a singularity. Even if you're a goddess from elsewhere, I can't feel the eyes of the flower goddess. To be honest, I can't really explain precisely myself, but there's a scene I see in my dreams. A dream. Well, since I'm a servant, I'd be more accurate to call them something like a dream. A sudden vision that slips into my mind and in real fantasy reflected on the far side of my consciousness. Something like that. It's not an unpleasant scene, a place like my home filled with flowers. That's a good thing, isn't it? Yes, probably, but in that dream, I'm happy and at the same time I feel anxious. Is it real? Is it something I can truly obtain? So to dispel that anxiety, I decided to do what I can right now. To get more used to flowers, becoming familiar with them. To study them, I thought that might be good. So that when the dark place that is my home, someday filled with flowers, I'll be ready. What? Sure, they might not bloom easily, but it's not like they can't bloom at all. Because the possibility isn't zero. I think that's why I'm seeing that dream. Even in the outer world, flowers ought to be able to bloom. Yes, you're right. I'm sure, truly. Here's here, you're a seed that thinks of its own future, too. It's okay, they'll bloom. There's no way they won't. See, I told you, over and over, I'm a cold and merciless. Well, this won't do. As a strict mistress of Thunderword, I absolutely cannot let the Galu spirit seize me yelling in a hot spring. This is, yes, part of my official duties. My realm is fundamentally a cold and dark world, but I've heard the East has something called a hot spring hell. So I'm here conducting inspections. I'm not letting my guard down in the slightest. But if a hell like this exists, everyone would probably be annoyed, stop yawning. I'm curious how they even run it, but... Yes, the water feels so good. My eyelids are getting heavy. I feel like I could forget everything and just fall asleep. You must not forget, remember. Is something wrong? No, it's nothing. Nothing at all. There shouldn't be any anxiety. The flower fields have been expanding smoothly, and Tengen Sakura is growing well. It's showing us big buds. It should bloom safely very soon. There's nothing to worry about. We had them create a water source around the field that we were worried about might not have enough moisture. By working together, we learned we can overcome anything, no matter what the storm. We defeated eyeball grass. That seems to be the driving force for controlling dark plants, and we were able to restore both eyes. Everything is going well. There's no need to be anxious. And yet, even so, for some reason, the unease won't go away. Like I've forgotten something. Like I've forgotten a flower I should remember. A flower I must not forget. That, where is it? All that wraps my body is the similar gentle warmth of the water. A benign warmth without a single bad aspect. The true nature of the anxiety I wanted to ascend remains vague, melting away into that sweet temperature. If what I seek is the forgotten, utterly chilled answer somewhere out there, then perhaps there are times when even this goodness that swallows everything becomes a curse. My eyelids close. Look. Looks like I fell asleep before I knew it. That was close. I was watching you, so you wouldn't drown at least. Hasaka was nodding off too, so I want to call it and get out. All warm and toasty. Dry her off properly here. Don't let yourself get chilled. If your hair is still wet, come on here, I'll dry it for you. Much obliged. Why are you talking like a samurai? Embarrassed, I bet. Zibu. Oops, and why is she diving into the towel too? You're still half dry, aren't you? I'll dry you off too. There. We ended up taking it easier than expected, but... I'm sure everyone, including Master, got refreshed, so I'll allow it. Yes, I soaked it so long, my head is all fuzzy. But I switch gears now. If we can make it through tonight's assault, then Tengen Sakura Blooming will be much closer. Let's do our best. That's right, we took out both the eyeball grasses. I don't know if that Shadow Ring leader will show up again tonight, but we replenish ourselves with a hot spring together, so I'm sure we'll be able to find no matter what happens. Why? What's this supposed to mean? Isn't what you said, we got the snake boy's eyes back, and yet... why is there still an eyeball grass? This is... what's going on? I still can't get any detailed data, but... one thing's crystal clear, this isn't some kind of location or illusion. It's that eyeball-shaped plant definitely exists right in front of us, all of you. What do you mean, that numbers don't add up? I agree, Snakewife, you're supposed to have gotten your eyes back, aren't you? Sure have, because right now I can see with both of my eyes. Yeah, I've been staring at it real hard, I still don't get it, but... this much I can tell you, those aren't my eyes. What's happening here? You're telling me there's another one like me out there. It's me, just... not sure you really can call this the same thing. Ain't I can feel it. This person is no ordinary matter. Bigger, stronger, and I connected to something unfathomable. Chi-chi. So many. Good heavens, compared to the eyes until now. This is an entirely different level. Oh, No need for the awkward tiptoeing. It's not like we're having an eyeballing contest. Me, I always figure as long as I've got enough strength to ride one kid, that's plenty. Anyway, stay sharp. Hey you. I'm scared. You're shaking. Do you feel something? Is that eye especially referring to you? Squeeze. I don't really understand, but it looks like giving support like usual will be difficult. Doesn't look like they'll wait for us. There's no end to them. One an outrageous number. But we had to do it. The cherry blossoms are about to bloom. We can't give up here on what we'll all work so hard to protect. Damn straight, what we gotta do hasn't changed, Master. Everyone, please. They just keep coming. Good thing we made so many fire fluids. Otherwise, with numbers like this, they might have broken through in an instant. Truly, just thinking about what would happen if you all hadn't come and we couldn't increase our construction place is terrifying. I'm not denying the fire fluids are working, but isn't this way too many? Couldn't agree more. Honestly, at this rate, I feel like they might break through here. So they gone with such a straightforward strategy of overwhelming numbers. I know better than anyone numbers are power, so they decided to make their play hefty. Just to check, if they break through here, it's not like it's over right away, right? There were fire fields built all around, encircling Tengen Garden Sakura too. It's a sort of final defensive perimeter Sakura is ringed by flower fields. It likely wouldn't be immediately fatal, but how long would it hold is unknown. Still, I think stopping them here is the best option. So it's strictly something you keep in reserve for emergencies. Well, the best thing is not having to use it at all. All the more reasons we need to steel ourselves and hold them here. The eyeball plant itself is closing in. The spawn rate of the other odd plants is rising even further. But depending on how you look at it, the enemy source has come closer to us on its own. If we can crush it directly, it'll be easier to hold the line. But she's still scared, so we can't expect any support from her. Keep intercepting the plants. Can't promise we can pull it off, but guess we'll give it a shot.
やかな。なんだって？優しいんですね。ささやかな。お先に失礼します。お気に入りあっち見ていてくれます？甘く見ないで。大人になれば BB だって超えられます。指が乱れて私の知恵は世界を変えす。原始国まで落ちてみます？ブギョーなら挫折しなくて。着物のシミになっちゃえ。誰かいない？
Oh, honestly, you're strong as they come. This is bad, another group. Someone go after them. Just don't let them reach Sekir, that's all. Agree, but will we make it in time? Were they always capable of that kind of speed? Where there aren't any fire fluids? I'll try pursuing them. I think I can make it. Hold up, running on the puppy back. That's loud. I already mentioned in some stories in the library. I remember there's a development where the old man rides on the dog's back and is led to a spot for the hero thing. So it's like he's got rider aptitude too. Whatever, anyway. Leave dealing with anything that breaks through this flower field. You harness like an old man's mobility. And you all focus on the enemies in front. If you get hung up on what's behind us, neglect. All that happens is more will slip through the flower field. Even so. Damn it, there's no end to them. If we don't take out the source, this might never be a real solution. But that's Wallflower isn't an opponent we can dispose on the side. On the other hand, if we go easy on the crowd control, the moment we do, he'll pour through. And too many could get the rear for hands like old man, hand alone, then we might be finished. So if we prop up one side, the other side won't stand on. Feels like we're missing a piece on the board. Missing a piece, you say. That cool laugh. We're sure in pieces. You see me and more. In Shogi, you can even use pieces you've taken from the enemy. Don't tell me you can seize control of these things or something. No, sadly. Even if I quietly wrapped a yellow turban around the heads of defeated plants, nothing happened. You did that on the sly. So you did on the sly. However, co-op planning for just such an occasion. Even if my arts don't work on these creatures, it's a different story with something else. It was existence just that way, from birth, to serve and raise. One equal to my people. My brothers, there's no reasons that typing essential arts of the great worthy teacher Zhangxiao wouldn't work. But how my trump card come forward, yellow turban soldiers of this land of flowers. What? Sunflowers? Wait, could those be the ones you were growing in your personal plot? Exactly. Do you think I was just a harmless old man who only focused on making flowers bloom in colors I like? No, there one spot you were a harmless old man. Speaking as a flower goddess, are those things really okay? I did get the sense they were being showered with rather unique kind of affection. But I'm not receiving any sign of those flowers are unhappy, so I guess it's fine. And I do think it's truly they ended up like that as the result of being loved. Good, good. Looks like they can move well enough to entrust them with one corner of defenses. This is calculated fight on my yellow turban sunflower soldiers. I didn't see a plant work coming at all. Yeah, well we can. We take out the source. It is a critical moment. I'll support you as much as I can. We can't give up after coming this far. Dawn should be close too. Aaron, please, let's do this.
空間ごとミクロの世界に変えてあげます。どんなに強い相手でも私の前ではこの通り。人呼んでネテンクスマジックショー。目の錯覚だといいですね。1、2、3。繊維の海に落ちてくださる
Why does that have guts?
カズラチャレンジあっち見ていてくれます？甘く見ないで。大人になれば BB だって超えられます。BB が私の知恵は世界の隠す。原始的まで落ちてみます？パズル完成です。お友達が欲しいんですね。あっちちゃんとできます。逆説融合かけらを集めてさなぎは蝶に変身する。お待たせマスター。これが私の究極体。頭に暮らす無理アーグッド。もう終わりか。なんだつまらぬな。
Yes. Phew, looks like we managed somehow. Good grief. That was down to a wire. We've gone through every last yellow turban sunflower soldier too. You all did well. I won't forget the work you've done. There are plants too. Yeah, feels like we've mostly taken care of them. That leaves the ones that slipped past earlier. Well, since nothing seems to have happened, I wager the flower-blooming old man handled them cleanly. Or maybe he's handling them right now. Morning's almost here. I doubt we'll be seeing any more reinforcements. I think it's safe to say we survived today's attack too. Phew. Phew. They ended up being more numbers than I expected, so it was rough, but that must have been the last of them, just a little more hanging there. Yeah, we might end up reaching the final flower field, but after that, it'll be fine. Heard this hole should be able to stop it. It was impatient. The god sunflowers spread wider than expected, sealing the ground with stubborn strength and slowing our advance. It was also unexpected that the yellow flowers would walk on its root just like we did. We can't reach it. No. Barely we can reach it. At least we can extend a hand. At least we can begin. But there's no guarantee we can keep moving forward. There's no guarantee the flower will bloom in the way we desire. After a moment's intense deliberation, it chose to gamble, to reveal its form, its very existence. Once it had leaked it out due to the shock of damage, to avoid being found out, it had no choice but to emerge. But now it was different. If it revealed itself, it would no longer be able to return to its vessel, however. This was not a desperate measure. It always had remained in his mind as one possible option. A community experience the assistance it had observed from close at hand raised its odds of success something not unfavorable. Simply by willing to reach him, its voice could reach him, because it already had touched the temporary form in which it hid itself. Alright, if I keep going like this, I'll make it by the skin of my teeth. I can stop it. The hole now. Will you hear my wish, O old man who makes flower blooms? What? Bursting in flames all of a sudden. This is bad, I don't know what's going on, but the fire is racing along. Chi. Could be is traveling through the bodies of the plants we defeated so far. No way, this is bad. The line of fire is heading straight for Tengen Sakura. We had to stop it. None of my fire quelling formulas are working. This is no ordinary flame. Embers. Embers, what do you mean by that? Everyone, hurry. Okay, Master, we're going full speed, servant style. Fine. I got Warashi. I'll carry her stuff. Her inside my clothes if I have to. This is bad to fire. No, that's the last flower field meant to protect the cherry tree if that burns. Why? Was this the plan from the start? If all you needed was a path for the fire to travel, then you just had to break through enough to connect the route. And have every single stalk reach this flower field. That's what it means, yeah. Even so, if we managed to stop them all, there wouldn't have been a problem. Where is the flower blooming old man? Over there in the middle, right under the cherry tree. The old man, he's been left behind. No, that's not it. That vibe, he looks like he's waiting for something. Ah, so you've come. Old man, why? Please look at the cherry tree behind you. It's a cherry tree we care for with everything we had. Watch over all this time. The one that finally formed buds. And now it's about to burn. We have to do something to stop it. I'm sorry, Hana-chan, that's not it. You see, this is probably not trying to burn. Indeed, yes, this is. Simply trying to bloom in the form of flame. That voice just now, that's one from before, but there's no one over there besides the old man. No, there is. Don't tell me you've been there the whole time. You, the mastermind, right there. Kyuk, at this point, it hardly matters if I show myself. What? Then the flower old man, were you in it from the start? No, if I'm being honest, I didn't realize it, not until just a moment ago. But once I heard him out, it made sense to me. So I'm sorry. I want to grant his wish. You traitor. But it was a dog all along, though. The dog was the mastermind. Now we're time gated again.